Yo, let's go. I'm having a Kevin moment. Yeah. Ah! How are you? Hope you are well. Welcome to the Hobby Corner. Let's just pause that on that playing back. Welcome to the Hobby Corner. It's been a while, hasn't it? Can you believe I once wanted to make this a full-time gig? Huh? Jeez. How are you all? Let me know in the chat what you've been up to, how you're doing, what you're all doing. We got so much to cover. We got so much to chat about. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know where to start really. So let me know how you're doing, what you're up to. 174 days to be exact. 174 days? Since what? That's got to be a typo, right? Yeah, I deliberately left it on because I haven't really worn it. This was the first time I properly wore it because I got it for Christmas as a gift, and it's a little bit tight. It needs some wearing in, but I wanted to wear it live on stream first. Plus, you know, like all the cool kids keep the tags on their caps and hats and stuff, right? Right. I feel like a South Park character right now. No, fuck you, Carmen.
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you, Kenny.
Wow, welcome in. This is not good. How you doing? Well, Underhive Hero. Yeah, I'm calling out your names. How are you all? Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, bloody hell. It feels like forever since we last did a live stream. It's crazy, right? Yeah, it's just chaotic. The shifts and stuff like that, innit? You only look a little bit like a twat. Oh, thanks. But yeah, look, boys in blue. What up? Oi, oi, oi. It's a pretty cool hat, actually. Like I said, it just needs to be stretched out a bit. It's a bit tight on the old noggin. Look at that. Look, it's official merch, right? Official. Copyright Games Workshop Limited 2024. Jeez, look how thick. That's proper cardstock right there. That's like the quality of their actual like gaming cards. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, still getting used to the shifts. Still getting used to the adjustments in life. Last week, I desperately wanted to get some live streams in on my rest week, but Mrs. Hobby Corner had other things planned in the guise of decorating the kids' room, which has been crazy because it went from moderately messy to their stuff being all over the flat and somehow less storage for their stuff. But that's the process that the wife goes through. She goes through these processes of getting rid of all the available sensible storage and replacing it with nonsensical storage, but it makes sense in her mind. So I just kind of have to, there's no point arguing against it because you just bang your head against a brick wall, but just go for the ride until it finally clicks that, oh, actually we do need the storage, and then I can just look at her with the I told you so without actually saying I told you so, and then sort it out there. But their room looks great though. It's a split paint schemes. So one half is painted in this nice baby blue, the other half is painted in this kiwi green. It's like a white border going through the middle. They have their own gaming desks. I mean, it's just for them to do their writing and reading and Lego and Play-Doh and stuff like that, and Pokemon cards at the meantime. But eventually, it's for them to grow into, so that they have their own desks, so that if they want to play with their consoles or whatever, and they're trusted. That's a big thing. Then they'll be able to put up tons of shelves and stuff like that. Got more to put up. Also, at the same time, because there wasn't enough chaos in the home, my wonderful ADHD riddled wife decided that she was gonna get rid of our wardrobe in our bedroom, the thing that holds clothes, and make that that corner of the room her studio. So I've lost a bit of space because I had to pull my desk over a little bit, which has proven very difficult because for that time that I didn't have any live streams going on, I took the laptop away from the desk area because I had to do the tax return, the self-assessment tax return, for 2002 to 2003, because there was a little bit of an overlap from when I got made redundant to self-employed, and so I was sorting that out. And when I came back to it, all the cables are all caught up on stuff. Everything's all a mess. And then when I finally got all the cables back onto the laptop, and this is like an hour before I'm supposed to go live, switch laptop on, and OBS wants to update, and then I got to do night bedtime story and stuff. I was so ill prepared, it's unbelievable. And then of course getting in and out of this space is very tricky because it is absolute chaos at the moment, because of course I lost my storage here when she got rid of the calyx, that lovely 5x4 calyx that we had in the room, because apparently it took up too much space, even though it was a space saver. And now the stuff is just there. She boxed up a lot of my stuff and put it in the cupboard, which is blocking any access to the fuse box and the router. Also, I have no idea where half my stuff is now because she just boxed it and put it away. And then the stuff that I did have in the wardrobe is now on some metal shelves here and on the floor there. And we got a new bed. So this is one of those times where the clash of personalities has really been pushed to its limit. You surprised me. Slow progress, but I did make a couple of few. Yeah, we're gonna have a look at those later as well. So yeah, basically everything's a mess. I can't find half my stuff. I've got like 3 more weeks until a rest week, and I've already told the wife I'm not doing any house improvement. I'm just focusing on reorganizing my space because I have to, and reorganizing all my stuff in that cupboard because it's so badly packed away. There's tons of wasted space in there, and I don't know where half my shit is. So yeah. On the flip side, one of the kids got Pokemon Scarlet for the Switch, and because they've been so naughty, I've been able to confiscate the Switch from them and have a little go of that, and that's fun. And also, I've been confiscating the PlayStation 5 from them because, again, been naughty. So I've completed the main campaign for Space Marine 2 as well, which was fun. And I've done all but 2 of the side missions. You know, the ones where like the other squads do the things, but you can play like with people online. So and I'm enjoying it. It's a good game. I don't like the PvP though. I can't. It's going to take me a little while to get used to that. It's a bit tough for me to get a handle on that. And oh yeah, the Pokemon Pocket trading card game. I've been enjoying that too. They just released 2 new boosters on it, and I had some fantastic pulls on that, so that's been fun as well. And again, playing that for free, so do that in my spare time. And yeah, work has been great. Been keeping me busy. Oi, you sent me a message. Fuck you, what? Hey, Master Mouse, how you doing? Hope you're well. On the flip side, my leg has finally been seen by a doctor and nurse, and it's kind of on the way. Yes, Underhive. Nice. Nice one, mate. I'm glad you're finally getting it fixed, and you're no longer going to be peg-legged. You're just going to get pegged by that fantastic pool. Sorry, had to. So yeah, that's a lot of things have been going on. I did get some hobby done during my night shift 2 weeks ago that I had, and of course I posted it up in the Discord. Yep, that was me puffing off. I don't care anymore. So I've got the Brutalis Dreadnought in its parts, and all of it is like fully mobile. And I mean it took three dreadnoughts to get this, but look at this, look, it doesn't stick, it didn't break, it didn't get glued in or warped or anything like that. It works perfectly. Hooray. For no reason whatsoever, 'cause it doesn't add anything to it. But yeah, it's just for fun. So I'm going to use the Nid, that Screamer Killer Nid head on the base. Pop that on its base, and then give it some of the spare, not that, but the spare claws that I have from the Tyrant kit, because that's a very cool kit, by the way. And I kind of almost feel sad that I had so many bits left over. Oh, there's some wings in there and everything. So, but I wanted to just go for the generic Pew Pew and Whippy Whip and Slashy Sword, because why not? So that's what I did on my night shifts, along with a few other things. Let's pop that down there for now. By the way, I didn't eat the whole box of Stroop waffles. My wife did. I just nicked the box because I was like, I need something to put these in to transport them home. They can go up there for now. I still didn't find the bits for the Terminators, so I haven't been able to, you know, get them organised the way I wanted, which was annoying because, of course, I really wanted to get that rocket launcher applied on them. But I did treat myself. I got company heroes. Woo! So that's the first time I've bought a full price box from Games Workshop in, I have no idea how long, but it's got lots of fun spares and stuff like that in there. So lots of conversion ideas already for my Silver Templars. Frandog, how you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. One's getting glued in position. Fuck, that waste of time. Wait, what did I miss? What did I miss? Now get out of there, break a leg. Got some grot crew from my mech guns to paint on table. Nice. One's getting glued in position. I mean, like, yeah, it's just whimsical, you know. That's all. That's the only reason why I did it, because I could. Also, another reason why the camera angle is weird. The camera is on the stand, but it's jammed between an army box and metal shelves there, so you know it's a bit wonky at the moment. We'll readjust. There's going to be some growing pains with this new system we have here. If you're well, oh good. Company Zeros, you mean? Ah, you sausage! Get out of here. What have I got stuck on my? Oh, it's a Velcro cable tie. Handy. Yes. There we go. So yeah, nice to see you all in the chat. So yeah, today we are going to do community corner, of course. I was thinking of memes of the week, but I'm gonna save that for Monday. Reason is because this week I have got early shifts, not earlys, but still early from 7. So I'll be able to do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday live streams. At the very least, Monday and Friday. So I'll be able to do memes of the week on Monday, and then we'll get back to community corner on Friday. As for the KFC, unfortunately, I've had to postpone it indefinitely at the moment because I have no idea what's going on with my time, the channel, and all that. Plus, participation levels have dropped off significantly for quite some time. So, but I do wanna reward those who have participated so far this season because it's only fair. So I'll work something out. I will need regular reminding though, because like I said, I've got tons going on. But it was a good stretch though. We had fun with that, didn't we? Now also we have got the Combat Patrol magazines. I got the delivery last week. Thanks, Underhive. Now, this one was a bonus one because not only did we get issues 19 to 22, we also got the limited Tigurius issue. So, the fancy librarian himself. So let's just pop these all up here. Oh yeah, and also picked this up from the local Games Workshop. When I popped in and I got that, I asked about the this month's freebie, and they were like, "Yeah, we did a few, and then we just thought this is a joke, and we gave up on it." And the reason being was because it was the Striking Scorpions, and it wasn't like where before they've had like a sprue dedicated to one miniature, so you could just clip out the bits, put it together, very simple. It was the full sprue, and of course the parts are all over the place, very multi-part kit, and there was a lot of confusion with the customers and stuff like that, so they were like, look, this is going to cause more problems than anything else, so they stopped it. But they were giving away free prints. So got a nice Sisters of Battle doing a prayer print for free. So it's a nice consolation. A little bit of art. Yo, Phil, how's it going, man? I'll have a hot wings meal, please. You are a hot wing. Oi, oi. So, put that over there. GW and free in the same sentence lies. Lies. You lied to me. Anyway, look. Look what I'm wearing, Master Mouse. And I kept the tag on because I'm cool. Innit, bruv? Like a rat tail. So. Right, so do you want to have a look at what we got in issue 19, 20, 21, 22 and the bonus issue for Combat Patrol? I thought you did. Okay, so let us get the camera right. You want memes? Well, I'm going to do the memes on Monday because I'm going to run out of time tonight. The charge you £3. Choker. So, here we go. Issue 19. Let's turn that off. We don't need that. Oh my god, it's too grainy without the extra light though, isn't it? Alright, so in this we have got a Tyranid Vanguard Beast. Parasite of Mortrex. So this is the first time I've seen this sprue, and doesn't look too complicated, but it looks cool. Very, very spindly. Look at how tiny and sharp the ends are there. Very cool. All right. No, it's not a prime, dude. It is a Parasite of Mortrex. So, oh look, we get some Silver Templars lore in here. Let's go. Just nice to have you back on my screen. Ah, thank you. Got Boys Knobs and WB in Mega Armor to paint too. Ah, dude. I'm gonna try and build a couple more intercessors. Do it! Do it! I mean, like, if anything, just having me on in the background while you get your hobby stuff done is awesome. There we go, yeah. Not too complicated to build. And, of course, a little paint guide with the existing paints that you have at the moment. Of course, it wouldn't take that much to finish this off, really. You could just shade the whole thing. Dry brush the whole thing, do some of those striash and, you know, there's like little lines on it, on the carapace, and then you're done. Yeah, there we go. Right, we got this, the Great Crusade. The Great Crusade was a time of renewed hope and optimism for humanity, but this was not to last. Over 10,000 years ago, the Emperor conceived a grand plan to unify the scattered tribes of humanity and to conquer the galaxy. Vast fleets of starships and huge armies of space marines, Adeptus Custodes, and mortal soldiers were assembled for this purpose, supported by Skitari legions and colossal titans of Mars. It was the single grandest undertaking mankind had ever known. For 2 centuries, these forces waged war in the Emperor's name, slaying his enemies without mercy and bringing thousands of planets into the nascent Imperium, reuniting previously lost human civilizations. That's a nice bit of artwork there, isn't it? Ah, you played the sax. I missed it. I didn't hear it. Never mind. And a bonk as well. Slap a shade of Caribou Crimson on it. Swift dry brush. Wash done. Exactly. An empire of broken dreams. my mind, I'm still standing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move it on. The Great Crusade sought to establish a secular empire built upon science and reason. However, in the millennia since, these ideals have been lost, and the Imperium has descended into an age of fear, superstition, and ritual. Is this what it's gonna be like? You wankers. Enemy within. Ooh, here. We've got a nice little story here. A parasite of Mortrix haunts the skies above a shattered Imperium city, waiting for the chance to strike.
And his name is John C.
Not gonna read it. So, Captain Bazooka, how you doing? But yeah, it's a cool two-sided story. That's cool. And we got a part 5 for Bonds of Honor, our Silver Templars story. So again, that's nice. So you got basically a novella going on. And then you've got a little tidbit about them as well. Nice. Right. So again, I won't spoil the stories. So dumb. Alright, so the parasite of Mortrek, they're horrific predators. They are as swift and cunning as any tyrant, but it is their unique biological weaponry that makes them so fearful. So fearful? So feared. Duh. Parasites of Mortrex. We infest their enemies with ripper swarms, causing even the most stalwart warriors to be devoured from within. Yeesh. That sounds nice at all. So again, you can have fun naming it and stuff. Is what it does. It's got a movement of 12, so it is fast. Toughness 5. 5 wounds is nice. And 6 attacks, nice. And then here is one of its abilities. It itches. At the start of the fight phase, select one enemy unit within engagement range of this model. That enemy unit must take a battle shock test. Oh, nice. So literally just burst from within. Hydrate. You know what? I would, but I'm all out of drink. I got no drink. I wonder if Miss Hobbycorn would be nice enough to get me some cola. Cola. La 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 la. Any chance? Right, we'll see if I'm a lucky ducky. It's not very well at the moment. Real bad cramps and all that. Get your Keva Stoke coffee like that. ChillCon in 7 weeks. Ay ay ay. Luckily, I've worked out right. So I'm not drinking non-oil, dude. Come on now. I've worked out my rota, the 10-week rota cycle, and ChillCon falls on the weekends that I'm not working. So I'll be able to go up on the Saturday morning. I won't be able to go the night before, but I'll be able to go up Saturday morning, be there for the day, and then I'll have Sunday to rest. Drink the wet palate. Ah, dude, I wouldn't. That's death. It's not cool, dude. Actually, where is my paint pot? My water pot has disappeared somewhere. That's a new one. Oh well. So, Parasite of Mortrex. What's its bonuses? It's lightning fast, and it gives battle shock every turn. But its negative is its lack of durability because it's only got 4+ armor save, and it's got 5 wounds. So you could fly it, you could shoot it off the table quite quick. Boxed up in storage, maybe. But it does have 12-inch movement and the fly key rule, so it can keep out of combat, but keep out of the way of being shot, really. I really want to go to Chilgon, but I have got a half marathon the day after. We'll go half a day then. Do half a Chilcon, because you're not doing a full marathon. If you were doing a full marathon, you'd have an excuse to miss the full day. Because you're only doing a half a marathon, that means you could do half the day. Right. It's got another weapon. What's this? Barbed Ovipositor. Anti-infantry, 3+, extra attacks. The Barbed Ovipositor will always wound an infantry unit on a roll of a 3 or higher, regardless of the unit's toughness. Oh, damn. Meaning that it wounds true on 3+ regardless of the toughness characteristic. Right, normally a unit can only make attacks with one of its melee weapons. However, extra attacks in the brackets means that it can use this weapon in melee along with its 6 attacks. That's alright, isn't it? Alright, Alpha Strike. As yet another strange alien beast is sighted among their foes, the Space Marines prepare to launch an attack to purge Xenos corruption from the planet. But whatever malign intelligence guides the Tyranids seems to have anticipated such a move. Alright, so you got your Terminator Captain and Librarian and Infernus Marines against the Parasite Mortrex, a Winged Tyranid Prime, 10 Termagants, 3 Von Ryan Leapers, and a Psychophash. That's a tough fight. You got all your line of sight blocking terrain as well. Barbed Wibbler implants rippers in you. Nice. Very nice. And yeah, it does a little playthrough of what happens. All you can do is just stand and shoot as much as you can as the Space Marine player. The real finesse is for the Tyranids to avoid being shot completely to bits. And then here it says, do you hunger for more Tyranids? Make the galaxy quake in fear as you unleash the forces of the Hive fleets on the tabletop. From massed swarms of infantry to towering monsters, the Tyranids have endless variety. Scan the QR code to continue your journey with this alien menace. Alright. I actually like the paint scheme on these dastardly bozos here. I haven't actually seen them about. They look like the barb gaunts, but without the launchers. You know what I mean? Ah, nice. Alright, so that was that issue. The final Tyranid issue. It's a fun little one, isn't it? Now, this, I saw this when it was released and I was like, I need one. You cannot have enough chaplains, and a chaplain on bike with the tome strapped to the hood of the bike. Oh yeah, so you've got a cool little base here. So much detail going on here. There's the Tigurius, which looks pretty darn dope, much better than the pimp stick, and we can all agree. And there's the tome there. Gonna have fun with this one. Right, so I like it's a nice mini. Now let's dive into issue 20. And then after this issue, I think we'll hit the community corner as a little break, and then we will jump in on the rest of the issues. So yeah, you got your build bit. Let's move this. There we go. That's better. Like I said, it's an absolute die at the moment. Got a massive pile of stuff right here to next week. December? Disgraceful. But to be fair, it's not like the best weather to be on a bike anyway, because January and February are pothole months, you know, because you get all that rain and then you get the freezing temperatures at night, and it cracks up the tarmac so bad. There's so many extra bits just thrown out, like there's a skull there. And of course, paint it up. I see a red door and I want to paint it black. Yeah. I mean, it's looking kind of chaosy at that point, isn't it? And then you get some of the reds on there, some of the blues, and then it looks a little less chaosy. And then you get to that point. And again, a quick shade and a highlight, and you'd be done, really. So, Chaplain on bike. Chaplains are battle preachers whose fiery invective inspires the Space Marines to greater acts of valor. Preferring to fight in brutal close combat, these zealous warriors are an example to their allies and a terror to their enemies. Outside of battle, chaplains look after the spiritual welfare of their battle brothers. Or, in the case of Space Marine 2, they're just absolute assholes. Just putting it out there, no spoilers. Okay. Yes, he's got 4+ invulnerable save thanks to the Iron Halo. So, the Tigurius Arcanum. Of course, 5 attacks with that. Nice. 2+ to hit and strength 6. Each one doing 2 damage. So there's a possible 10 wounds that you can cause with that. And a twin bolt rifle, which is twin linked on the bike with a 24-inch range. And then we got the Absolver bolt pistol with its 1 shot. It says, in games where you are using the Space Marines Combat Patrol Strike Force Octavius, you may, before selecting an enhancement, remove the Librarian Cantus from your army and replace them with the Chaplain. Nice. Thank you very much for that. And then what's this? Catechism of Fire. Each time this model's unit is selected to shoot, you can select one enemy unit within 12 inches of and visible to this model. Until the end of the phase, ranged weapons equipped by models in this model's unit have the devastating wounds ability when targeting that enemy unit. Which means if you roll 6s to wound, you score an extra wound. Which is nice. Can't go wrong with that. You definitely need a bike squad, because I don't think you could pop this chaplain on bike in an infantry squad. We'll see. We'll see. So, pluses: speed and independent. So, does it require support from your other units to function effectively? He's durable enough to take a lot of incoming damage. Cool. Lacks synergy. Unlike the librarian, the chaplain on bike does not provide any abilities that improve your other units. By taking the chaplain on bike instead of the librarian, you miss out on the powerful Veil of Time ability. Yeah, but you got that other ability, so if you do have bikes, this is pretty good. Especially because you got the ATV now, right? That can go in a bike squad, I think. Kind of like how the old attack bike used to. And if you've got the right equipment on it, you can really rinse that. Just saying. Just saying. White Scar players might fancy that. So yeah, it shows you twin linked, and it shows you how the Catechism of Fire works. And we move on to the scenario. Ridden down. Constant fighting against the Tyranids has left even the superhuman space marines exhausted. However, help is at hand. Zealous chaplain of the chapter has come to inspire his fellow warriors and lead them to victory through the destruction of their foe. Lovely. Captain in Terminator armor, chaplain on bike, and 5 Infernus Marines against a winged Tyranid Prime, 2 lots of 10 Termagants, 3 Leapers, and 5 Barbcorns. Yeah, that's not going to end well. Space Marine player will have to play that very smart. And again, it shows you a little example of how you can play through that scenario. Make the most of those units, because the bike is flanking. Oh, I like this. Hate the Xenos, slay the Xenos, end the Xenos. That's pretty cool. Alright, and then of course, we got this little advert for the Space Marines at the end. So, join your battle, brothers. The might of the Adeptus Astartes is yours to master. Build your combat patrol into a formidable battle company with elite warriors of the chapter, deadly battle tanks, hulking dreadnoughts, and much, much more. It's all available at warhammer.com. Just scan the code on the right. So, yeah. There's that. Still, I don't have any of the flyers, to be honest. I don't have any of the aircraft. And I still don't have a Land Raider. Things to ponder about in the future now, because I'm making that kind of money now. But, you know, first things first, continue to fix up the car. Because I don't want to get rid of it. It's a good car. Just needs TLC. And put money aside for that PC that I need, so I could do all the things that I want to do. And then we can move on to all the wonderful stuff. But yeah, this is next. Issue 21. But as promised, we're going to do Community Corner first. So now skip move it over to the screen. The wireless mouse ran out of battery. So, oh no! Push shift. There we go. Oi, oi, Wolfenstone, how's it going? Right. Community corner, we're on it. Right, so I'll have to go through the completed it, then, because of course, Frandog is the only one that posted up in community corner, which is fun. But let's hop over to it, shall we? There we go. So, I'm gonna send it via text. Oh, she replied. Oh, she was gonna make me a tea for 10 o'clock, and now she's been waiting for me to get back to her on it. Whoopsie. But I need a cola. Cola, la 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 la. Right, so Frandog, he did a chaplain on bike a few years ago, and he loves the model. And look at that, livery base as well. Isn't that cool? I like the way you've done the wings on the Tigurius Arcanum as well. And red bolters. Let's go. That's pretty cool. That looks awesome. I'd love to see that on a board along with like the rest of your army all put together as well. Yeah, not so bad, Wolfie. Not so bad, mate. Right, let's have a look at completed it. We're gonna go back in time. So we're gonna start with. This is not good, and he's objective markers. Look at that. That's nice. I like the texture there as well. Is that all that's left? No, I'll just drink from the bottle. Unless you're hoping to split. Do you want to split? Okay, thank you. You came in like... What the... Are you cold? She came in and she just reminded me of like an old lady pauper from like some sort of medieval like movie or something. Yeah, blanket wrapped around her head. She just came. Oh, that's the cotton socks. Well, if she was a real pauper, she wouldn't have any cotton at all, would she? I suppose. There we go. That cleared the cobwebs. Right. So yeah, I really like it. I like the skulls. I like the drums and everything. It's cool. Thank you for showing me. Next up, we have got. Ooh. Mr. Fish posted this yesterday. So at the end of the 9th, I did a couple of Chaos Spawns for the Kiddo's army because they could be units of 1 to 3. At the start of the 10th, it became units of 2. I had a great idea to take a diecast beholder at sitting around and make it the 4th spawn. It has sat on my shelf, unpainted, since that point. Well, with me forcing myself to the hobby, I finished up the spawn for the kiddo. The army is almost to the finish line. Currently, all that's left is Mortarion, a squad of cultists, and 2 Blight Haulers. Unless I get another Hellbrute. Bloody hell. So that's how it started off. Lovely beholder there. With its penis tentacles. Right. And... oh, that's grim. That is very grim. Oh, very nicely redone as well. I like all the eyeballs. It no longer looks like penis limbs now. It's so cool though, right? Because you could see what they were, but appreciate what they are now. They've come a long way. It's come a long way. Getting from there to here. So thank you very much for sharing, dude. Colin's painting adventure. Look at that. So he's done the tyrant, and then a laugh. Okay, and then he's got some Termagants. He's got some assault marines. Nice. Assault intercessors. They are, of course. They're looking a bit drunk. And then the newer scouts as well. Very nice. I do like the newer scouts. They don't look derpy anymore. You've done memes. Ah, dude. So we're doing memes on Monday because I'm on earlies, so I'll be able to do a show on Monday. And it's going to be a long one because we've got a massive backlog of memes. I think. There's the Space Marines inside Space Marines. The Centurions. Very cool. That blue and that blue and red is really striking as well, isn't it? Oh, and a random bust. Very nice. Great skin tones and everything. You have been very busy. Very, very busy, Colin, and I'm not jealous at all. No. Yes, I am. Thank you for sharing, dude. Here is a little tester from Waylander. I think he was looking for names. He wanted sort of Egyptian-related names for this hive. I came up with 2. Sec and shush, I forgot, dude. You know what my memory's like. But anyway, I had a look at the just to double check the backstories of them, like the mythos of the ones that I chose. So they seemed quite suitable for the idea of an Egyptian themed high fleet. So I'm sure he'll be able to remember better than I do. He's got ironclad memory. But yeah, no, I really like it. I really like the blue with the cream. It's very nice. Lord Stabbington kills Gauls, carved meat parade. I haven't done it for a bit. It makes my brain ache at the moment. No worries, man. Hobbying isn't just painting miniatures, you know. It's whatever helps you relax at the end of the day. Big Geordie Geek. Solar Auxilia Cyclops demolition vehicles. Weirdly need some crew to set them off. So I found these bomb squad guys from Station Forge to do the job. Ah. They actually look alright, you know. I think they actually do suit the purpose that you need them for. They kind of look like, you know, like the bomb squad that go out to disarm bombs. It's pretty cool. Some Medicaid, they're 3D printed as well. Yeah, again, they look suitable enough. Look how many bags holding there. Looks unwieldy. Unwieldy. The only thing I'd say is there needs to be more bloodstains. Apart from that, they look fantastic. Oh goodness, even more. Added some artillery to this. 3D printed earth shakers. Yeah. You like big guns. Just like me. As opposed to the bomb squad that go out to disarm untimely farts. Yes, of course. Smart ass. Printed out some Medusa cannons so I could swap the guns out, see if it. Nice. Mr. Fish, been busy again. Oh my days. I do an obscene amount of purple camo from Army and decided to try and spice things up a little bit. I started out as a second-hand model with broken bits and questionable glue job. I put my Orky ingenuity to work and gave myself a bit of a flavour change onto this project, but everyone has to have some purple on them somewhere. I agree. I think of them as those blessed by the warp, as I have a few other non-green skins in the war as well. Although I haven't named them yet, so the truck is technically not done yet. Oh no, he hasn't named it yet. Oh, I like the skulls piled up on top of the engine and on the front there. That's pretty cool. But yeah, there's your purple. Standard. Yeah, I like the weathered patterning on there and everything like that. Look at that squig. Of course. Plenty of blood, of course. That's a standard. Blood splats and stains and puddles everywhere. It wouldn't be a Mr. Fish OG if it wasn't purple and covered in blood, right? There we go. And Big Geordie's first Dracosan Solo Auxilia. I mean, I'm speechless. Is this like a wall breaker type thing, or is it just like heavily armored troop carrier? I have no idea what to make of it. High Fleet Sobek Ra. Okay. Double barreled it. Nice. But yeah, no, I like it. Again, you've done a very good job matching up the scheme with the rest of them, and the weathering on the tracks is always awesome. And Lucius the Eternal, Emperor's Children, Master of Torment. He's gonna love the new miniature, because the new miniature is banging. By the way, has anyone seen the new Emperor's Children miniatures? They do look very good. Yeah, look at the scars and all that. It's great. And this just looks too fleshy for my liking, you know. Master of Torment. Makes me feel squeamish, you know. Very good job. You've got a reaction out of me. And yeah, I think that's where we got to on our last one. It's just a quick look at that. Tell me that's just that glow on the back, right? It's insane. Yeah, that's where we got to last time we did a live stream, I think. Was away for a minute or two there. Alkinavel wants me to phone the police because his equally drunk friend wants to kill him. Don't speak drunken Lithuanian. I mean, it'd be boring, right? If you didn't have crazy neighbours, it'd be too quiet. So there we go, community corner. That's some fantastic stuff in there, and I really want to get some hobbying done now. I am really like itching. Oh my god! Also, very tired because shift work, man, just throws you through a loop, doesn't it? No, my circus, not my clowns. I like that saying. So yeah, thank you everybody for sharing your awesome work, and as always, we try to show them off as often as we can. Oh, lovely end of the bottle flat cola. Ugh. Right, so shall we get back to opening up some more issues, sir? So we got some Eldari, or as the old god, like myself, call it, the Elder. Gotta be super delicate with these space elves because of their bloody, fiddly, easy to break bits. I was looking for a base and then I realised it's got a moulded base on the sprue. Very cool. Plenty of little delicate bits because of course they're fragile as heck. So it'd be an interesting challenge to paint this up without vomiting whilst I do so. Also, we have got a new playmat. Huzzah! So let's go to the camera so we can see it proper. So it's continuing the industrial theme there, so you can put them side by side with the other one, I suppose. And then you've got like a more natural terrain there as well. So yeah, I suppose it's so it can go side by side with the other one, which is perfectly fine. No ish with that. Let's dive into this issue though, where we'll have a look at help if you look and see. So let's dive into this issue 21, and inside we have got the build guide, of course. It's a very simple build guide. Ta-da, ta-da. And then with the paints that you have so far, you get some work done on those. And again, it is all just base coat stuff, really. Just getting the basics done and out the way, and ready for your shades and highlights. And if you're confident to do that without a guide, you can go ahead and do it. Then we got a little lore, of course. Eldari, the dwindling flame. The Eldari are one of the earliest known spacefaring species, but now they stand on the brink of extinction. After countless millennia holding sway over much of the galaxy, they are now a hunted people, reliant on their ancient wisdom, their strength, and their powerful technology to fend off the many threats to their existence. Ooh. So, basically, if you didn't know, they don't really have home planets. They got these planet-sized space ships that they live on, called craft worlds, and they don't travel via the warp. They travel via a system called the webway, which exists within the warp, but it's like a safe way of traveling. Though parts of it has been exposed to demonic incursion thanks to, you know, Old One Eye. They were also there at the end of the reign of the Necrons as well, and when the old ones fled. So, on his face buggies, basically. So there you have it. Advanced technology. The Eldari see their technology as an extension of nature itself, and it is created to psychically interface with the Eldari who use it. Constructed from advanced psychoplastics and an organic substance called Wraithbone, every piece of Eldari armor and weaponry blends with its user as though it were alive itself, blurring the distinction between biological and technological devices. It is so advanced that no other species has ever been able to replicate it. They have bone seers, right? Bone singers that basically sing the material of Wraithbone into existence, using their psychic abilities, because the Eldari are super highly psychically available species, which was a strength and then became part of their downfall, as they accidentally gave birth to another Chaos God. Whoopsie. Anyways, the Eldari at war. The unmatched elegance of an Eldari army has tricked many enemies into underestimating their deadly capabilities. In battle, they move with shocking speed, winged troops descending from the skies as flying tanks and bikes soar through the air towards their foe. Meanwhile, merciless constructs march indomitably towards the front line, supported by elite and agile infantry. You know, when I think of the Eldari or Eldar, I think back to the old issues of White Dwarf, and the most striking imagery would be you have a wave serpent, you got like tons of those jet bikes, and then you've got like the winged like jump troops as well, and then you've got like a line of like just Eldari infantry, but they were always in like the white and green, the Beltan scheme, and all of them had like the flagpoles. Everything had flagpoles, and that was like, boom, that was what. And then the striking orange of the fire dragon. I think they're fire dragons, right? The ones with the big melt guns, essentially. Right, that nice little contrast to it was really nice. The new Phoenix Lords are nice, by the way. Yes, because they got new Phoenix Lords now, don't they? That's it, man. Those were the days, the endless days. The Immaterium. Here we go. So, the Immaterium both is both essential and deadly to the many species of the galaxy. Amid this hellscape, ships, information, and pure psychic energy can be relayed across vast distances. But the Immaterium holds many terrors too. Long have many of its secrets been lost, and those who dare use it risk death or madness at every moment. I like the like you got these like beings just watching in, and like this endless like just craziness. Right? This is good old school G-Dubs art right here. Yeah, that's it. The Immaterium, often called the Warp, is an alternate dimension that sits alongside real space. It is an arcane place of peril and terror, and although it is used for travel and communication, its true nature is little understood by humanity. The warp is filled with roiling energies of raw emotion that are drawn from the mortal beings that inhabit real space. Some species, like the Tau, have barely any of this psychic energy at all, whereas others, such as the Eldari, have colossal psychic potential and can both draw and contribute huge amounts of energy. But the warp is a real location too, more than just an abstract store of psychic force. Many strange things are hidden within its labyrinthine regions, from lost ships, their crews either mad, dead or worse, to war bands of Chaos Space Marines. Now, interesting thing about the Tau is they like to they like to bring in all the species as auxiliaries. They like to take over colonies and stuff like that and bring them into the fold of the Tau greater good, right? And there's a story where they absorbed quite a lot of humans into the empire, and because they were pumping this propaganda of the greater good and such like, the humans, of course, who have got a psychic connection to the warp at some level, some more than others, they actually had such an influence that they accidentally created a Tau Chaos Demon, like a demi Chaos God for the Tau. So yeah, that's an interesting one. It was like many armed and everything like that. So of course that caused a lot of kerfuffle for the Tau. So goes on about how ships travel through it, how the astropaths send the information through, and then all the nasty gribblies that delve in and try to conquer your space. Mind War. Oh, we got another story. The dome of crystal seers was in near silence as Farseer Imelus walked through. Here at the heart of the Infinity Circuit stood her forebears, their forms frozen forever in delicate psycho-crystal. It was the eventual fate of all Farseers to be slowly imprisoned in their bodies as they turned to crystal. Then, eventually their spirits would finally leave their bodies behind altogether to join the Infinity Circuit with the souls of the other dead Eldari, and the crystal bodies they left behind would become objects of inspiration, focus, or even veneration. I want to read that. I don't like stories about that. They're too like there. But this species, the Eldari, what they like to do is they have these gems on everything called soul gems, right? And the purpose of that is to capture the essence of their soul, so it doesn't get gobbled up by She Who Thirsts, Slanesh, the fourth Chaos God, and that way they try and starve that Chaos God of, you know, as much power from absorbing souls as possible. They also like to put these soul stones in a thing called Infinity Circuit, which helps spread the knowledge and experience that they can gain upon, and they like to fuse these things into weapons and armor and war machines, and there are war constructs that have the souls of Eldari jammed in them to make them work. So that's cool, isn't it? For all the factions, I hate painting orc stones. Oh, why? Thought you were talking about my ex for a second. Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright, so moving on. So we got the Farseer here, of course. They are wise and brave leaders in an Andari force. On the craft world, they are senior advisors, providing insight and guidance. On battlefield, they are formidable warriors who blend powerful divination with martial prowess, cutting down enemies with their singing spears. Do a whole name thing, keep track of how it goes, and then of course here is the data sheet. So you got several ranged weapons. You got the Eldritch Storm, which is a blast and psychic attack, doing D6 damage. Oh, sorry, D6 attacks and D3 damage with a potential of 18 damage, which is pretty good, right? You got a Shuriken Pistol and the Singing Spear, which is a assault psychic. So the spear counts as a psychic attack. Nice. And then in combat, the melee weapon is the Singing Spear, which again counts as a psychic attack. 2 attacks, 3 damage each. Decent. And then of course we got Fortune, which is a psychic ability. In your command phase, you can roll a d6. On a 2+, select a friendly Eldari unit within 12 inches of this psyker. Until the start of your next command phase, each time an attack targets that unit, subtract 1 from the wound roll. That's decent actually, because a lot of the time you roll to wound something, and you know, like, you just skin it, like you need 4s to wound, and you just roll the 4s. But with that ability, it'd make it worse for you, just by taking those few. Okay, it's decent. Behind enemy lines. In the desperate battlefields of the 41st millennium, every advantage is keenly sought. Just as massed ranks of troops risk their lives in open war, so too do lone specialists who infiltrate behind enemy lines, searching for any advantage in the coming fight. So, in this scenario, you have got the Farseer, and then you've got 2 Termagant spawn points. So what do you do here? At the start of each of the Tyranid players' command phases, they must roll a dice. On a roll of 1 to 3, they deploy a unit of 2 Termagants in that one, and 4 to 6, a unit of 2 Termagants in that one. Each turn. making it a bit easy there. And the Aldari player begins their command phase with within 3 inches of an objective. Oh, if they do, they have gathered intelligence from that objective. They need to get 2 or more of the objectives, and if they survive by the end of the 4th battle round, they win. Okay. Shouldn't be too hard. Right? I mean, like, you either got a 4+ invulnerable save. I think you're going to be using that more than anything else. But yeah. You are going to be rushed instantly. And then, of course, you got your victory bits there. And a little bit about Combat Patrol is just beginning. Want to learn more about the world of Warhammer 40,000? And you got the Rangers there, looking kind of cool. And they're on jet bikes as well. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Right. So that is issue 21. With the acquisition of colours for courses, the colours, I find it arrogant for a group to claim them. Well, there we go. It's tribalism, mate. It's been around since the dawn of humanity, and it will always be around. So we have got 2 paint pots. Very useful colours. We've got Avalon Sunset, which is banging base for yellow, and we got Katachan Flesh, again a very nice base for flesh colours. Or if you want like a medium sort of brown for like leathers and stuff like that. Awesome. Can never have enough of those. Now let's get on to Combat Patrol issue 22. Of course, you're going to be going back to all your previous miniatures and painting up some bits, like the Katachan Flesh will be used to paint all the leather bits and pieces. Got Avalon Sunset for the pipes and little details here and there. And then again, Avalon Sunset for some details on the Tyranids and the Farseer as well. And yeah, once you get through it, it's just giving you like an idea of all the bits and pieces, what it might look like by the time you do those bits. And that should keep you busy for a good evening or two. And then we get into Aldari War Hosts. Oh no, don't tell me there's a... Really? Why? Why is that a thing? That's so dumb. And then there's a straight ally flag. What the fuck is that? Oh my god. It gets ridiculous, doesn't it? Oh my god. You saw the flag as well. Oh my god, it was like so nah. and then like you scroll down, and then you see the flag for like allyship age. That's fucking crazy. Oh my god. Anyway, let's move on. Adari war hosts. Adari war hosts are among the most powerful armies in the galaxy. They strike fast and hard, raining down death and destruction on the foe. The Adari are an ancient people who have had a long time to develop and perfect their weapons and equipment. Their technology is some of the most advanced in the galaxy, and over many thousands of years their warriors have exhaustively trained in its use. Other species look enviously at Eldari weapons and vehicles, for none have come close to even a basic understanding of their technologies, much less the mastery the Eldari themselves demonstrate. Oh, it's got a little bit here. Dwindling numbers. The Eldari are a dying civilization. They aim to sustain no casualties in battle, for each soldier is irreplaceable. But the realities of war make a mockery of this noble ambition. Yeah, that's because they're scared to make babies in case they cause more kerfuffle from Slaanesh. But they are Eternals, are they? Immortals? No, they're not immortal because that would mean they couldn't die at all. Or does it? They live on forever until they're killed, basically. So there we go. We got craft world armies. The giant Eldari spacecraft, known as craft worlds, are large enough to have their own self-sufficient armies. Many of the troops in their army will wear the colours and runes of the craft world, while the specialist troops, known as aspect warriors, will wear the colours that are associated with a temple. And we got the vehicles as well, which are fun things. But yeah, again, red and black. It's always red and black these days, isn't it? Space elves. Yeah, they are just space elves, yeah. Craft worlds. Craft worlds of the Eldari are huge constructs of psychoactive wraithbone that cruise through the galaxy at sublight speeds. Each is the size of a small planet and is the home to an entire self-sufficient community of Eldari. Now, more than spacecraft, they are huge vessels that are home to multi-generational civilizations. Each contains an entire society with its own history and culture. The leaders, artists, artisans, seers, and warriors who make up these societies are highly trained and become experts in their chosen disciplines over many years of dedicated study. Those Eldari who live aboard craft worlds are called the Assyriani. And they make up most of the Eldari who can be found in the galaxy today. In times of war, the craft worlds, warrior temples, join with a citizen militia to make a complete army. So great is the threat, and so pressed are the Eldari, that all must contribute to the defense of their home. There you go. And of course, you've got different craft world runes as well. And here we go. We've got Samhan, Ulfway, Ayandan, and Alitok. I can never say Same Han. I can never say it right. But yeah, those are 4 of the main ones. Where's Beltan? Seriously. Shocking. There's even a shade named after that shade of green. A galaxy at war. The Imperium spans most of the known galaxy, and in an area so vast that it would take many lifetimes to cross, even travelling at the speed of light. Across these huge distances, many wars rage, enveloping planets, star systems, and even entire subsectors in desperate battles for survival. And it fights daily to maintain its iron grip on the systems under its control. However, as far-reaching as this empire is, there are many regions of space that have either never been charted by humanity or whose secrets have been lost to the mist of time. The Imperium is divided into segmentums. At the center of the empire lies the segmentum solar. To the galactic north lies the segmentum obscurus. To the south, segmentum tempestus. To the west, segmentum pacificus. And to the east is the ultima segmentum. These segmentums are further divided into sectors and subsectors, each one still large enough to host entire wars. The great distances involved necessitate the use of the warp for travel. However, the warp poses many dangers, which are being made still worse by the actions of chaos forces. After many years breaking down the ancient defenses, the forces of chaos were able to expand a rift in the warp, dividing the galaxy in two. This tear in real space is known as the Great Rift, and it is called the Cicatrix Maledictum by the Imperium scholars. Its presence has seriously complicated interstellar travel and communication. It's pronounced Sam's chicken. Yeah. So Wayne, it's not pronounced that. I like to see special rules actually do something special when it's stuff like psychic powers instead of dice roll modifiers. Like have a power turn an enemy commander or squad insane and start firing at their own army, tanks mowing down their own troops, etc. Have some crazy stuff going on along the theme of the army instead of different names. Some dice. I mean, that would be cool. I'm not sure if they do still have that somewhere. I do remember there was one character that was from the Necrons that was able to no, it was the Overlords. You could have these this nano swarm essentially kit, right? And what it did was you could target a vehicle and basically for that turn you could use it as you wanted. So you just took over it, which was pretty cool. I don't know if they still have that now. Yeah, that was a couple of it was a few editions ago. I don't know if they still have it there. Imperium. The Imperium Sanctus is the name of the section of Imperial space that remains on the same side of the Cicatrix Maledictum as Terra. It lies within reach of a great psychic beacon called the Astronomicon, which is used by navigators. Imperium Annihilus is the name of those areas of the Imperial space that lie beyond the Great Rift and away from the Astronomicon. From here, the Imperium Sanctus can only be reached via a handful of relatively stable passages. Oh, look, and there's the map. There you go. So, Terra, Mars, Segmentum Solar, and then, of course, there's the Great Rift going across here. There's the Eye of Terror, where, you know, it ripped through. And all the red areas are basically warp storms, very nicely boiling away there. And very nasty areas to be near. And then, of course, you got all of those labeled planets, which are like key strategic places to be. And where is the... have they named it? Where is it? think it's right there actually. It's right here. It's the thinnest part of the storm. It's a highly contested part. It's also a break over here, which is highly contested as well. Good for campaigns and stuff like that. So yeah, it's nice to look over this and see all the bits and pieces that's going on. Galactic war zones. So we got war zone Bastia. As the fourth tyrannic war began to intensify, the Bastia subsector came under attack from a Tyranid hive fleet. As the situation worsened, fighting broke out between many of the other factions in the area. You got the there it is, the Nachman Gauntlet, which is the largest known stable passage from one side of the Great Rift to the other. The forces of chaos have flocked here to try to destroy the passageway and deny it to the forces of the Imperium. So of course, highly contested. The Prior Nexus contains many Necron structures made from Blackstone, which have been engineered to shut out the taint of the warp. An Imperial investigation sparked a war that continues to rage there to this day. And then we've got the Chalnath Expanse, which lies in the Imperium Nihilus. Here, Imperial forces are at war within the Tau. With the Tau, who are trying to expand their empire. Meanwhile, the area is being harried by Orc and Genestealer forces. Fun. And of course, I'm going to assume that they've highlighted this because this is going to be the main focus for Combat Patrol magazines going forward. The Eldari live long lives filled with experiences, serving as seers, leaders, and warriors among many other possible paths. Roll on the tables below to discover the background and title of your Farseer, and the title of the warrior whose soul is implanted in your Wraith Lord. Ooh. Okay. So you get to see what the heck they are named after. So you got the Storm of Blades, the Shadow of Death, or the Blinding Light as names there. And of course a little description of why they're named that. And then of course the Wraith Lord as well, the Silent Blade, the Tide of Fire, the Howl of Anguish. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. Now it comes down to this. Playing Combat Patrol. Welcome to Combat Patrol. Combat Patrol is a game mode that is designed to get your forces into battle as quickly as possible, and it is enjoyed by new recruits and seasoned veterans alike. It just goes on, doesn't it? Let's just have a look at this nice bit of Blanchette artwork here. Blanche Jitsu. Gotta get my mouth around these words. But there's some custodies here guarding it. There's the path up to the Golden Throne. And of course you got like some tech priest there and these little cherubs throwing incense everywhere. I love it. I love the little scratchy details. So this looks like we're getting into the bread and butter of it, right? So you've already learned all the rules you need to learn, and now these are the extra bits. So you know how to get your stuff painted up. And you got the contrast mode, which is which is quick and effective way of doing it, or the classic way of layering up your paints and stuff. You've got your battlefields down there, and then you've got your missions, which you can determine. You always designate one model as a warlord, and then that one will be obviously the #1 target for all the players against you. And then of course you got your different missions that you can roll for if you don't want to choose choose one, make it fair, and then it'll go through all the bits and pieces that you need to know about running the game, how to get it all set up and stuff like that, and then how to end the game. And then we got a basic formula here, Clash of Patrols, which is just side by side. You got 4 objectives evenly spaced in the middle. Use this table to record which of your combat patrols have fought in this mission. Use the key below to identify the factions that have fought and identify the attacker in the red section and the defender in the green section. So here you can basically play with all of the factions that you'll get in this collection, and you can track how well you did. It's alright. So that way you'll get a good idea of what ones you got on well with that way. But yeah, a quick reminder of the factions that you will be getting. You've got the World Eaters, Astra Militarum, Gene Stealer Cults, Leagues of Votan, the Orcs, Chaos Space Marines, Aldari, Tyranids, and Space Marines. That's 8, 9 factions. So yeah, starting to kick up a notch. All right, now that is issue 22 done. Now, would you like to see the Tigurius? How do you want to pronounce the name? Tigurius. I say Tigurius. Chief Librarian Tigurius. Focus. There we go. It's a nice bit of artwork there, isn't it? Right. This is my first time getting my hands on this sprue. And I'll tell you what, it was one of the Primaris upgrades that I was most excited to get my hands on. It was one of those minis, because a lot of things that became Primaris size lost a lot of the character and detail. They're starting to get it back now, but one of those miniatures that got the facelift that kept all that extra detail and character was the Chief Librarian. And yeah, look at the banner as well. Yeah, we still got a back banner, baby. Let's go. Man, I miss back banners so much. It's just such a thing. Tigurius. It's one of those 9 factions that's never seen a paintbrush. Really? Which one's that? The wonderful thing about Tigers is Tigers are wonderful things. Oh my god, there you go. The tops are made of rubber and the bottoms are made of springs. Oh, he's doing the whole Tigger song. Well, you have a fantastic night, friend dog. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you, man. And yeah, I'll be live Monday night as long as things go according to plan. But big loves to you, man. Thank you. Right, let's have a look. So this is one of the bonus issues. Of course, you've got to pay a regular price for this. Ooh, look at that. Is this for pictures? It looks like you can cut it out and then fold it along there and you can use it for taking pictures. Nice. It is. Yeah, all right, let's get through this, shall we? Okay, so of course, build your Chief Librarian Tigurius. It's all about those pipes. Get those pipes in the right place, and then the rest will fall into place nicely. Oh, It's the banner, man. I'm getting giddy about painting that banner. It's so sad. It's the nostalgia of it, you know. All right, and plus, I never had the Chief Librarian Tigurius. Like, I know it's shocking as an Ultramarine collector, but I didn't really dive into Ultramarines until like much later in my Space Marine collecting. So you know, I always like made my own chapter of Space Marines. So I just had a generic chaplain, you know. Librarian. I'll stop with the bloody thing. Anyway, so painting them up. Alright. So you got your shades, your highlights, all that lovely stuff. Of course, this will give you the full painting guide, and then you can just come back to it once you've got the right paints as your collection grows. So you can touch up bits here and there, but this shows you all the base coats. Like for example, I don't think you have the grey or that green at the moment. But yeah, we'll come back to it, and then you'll do the shades, and all of a sudden it comes to life. And then, and of course, like, it shows you which shades to use and which colours. And then once that's all done, and you've got the highlighting paints, it'll start to really pop. And like you even tell you how to do the eyes as well. Very nice. But look at the banner. Look at the banner. Yeah. Got to do some blending on that, right? I guess used to is never having a backbone. And then Chief Librarian Tigurius. So he has the Rod of Tigurius. It's quite a large rod. Tigurius can charge his staff with his power, allowing him to make blows that shatter armor and souls alike. He's got the Hood of Hellfire. It's a psychic hood is integrated into Tigurius's armor. It contains special crystals that help him channel his power in battle. And the Librarius keys. As Chief Librarian, Tigurius is responsible for safeguarding the secrets of the Ultramarines chapter. But it says here, Varro Tigurius is the Chief Librarian of the Ultramarines and a psyker of incredible skill. In battle, he sears foes with blasts of raw power. Tigurius's greatest talent is his gift of foresight. He is capable of predicting the future with startling accuracy. Time and again, his skills have allowed the Ultramarines to secure victory or saved the life of another hero of the chapter. As long as Tigurius stands, the Ultramarines will never be caught with their guard down. Ooh. That gave me some cream that sorted it. Oh my god. Jeez, dude. So, the Librarius. Nearly every chapter contains a Librarius, an organization dedicated to the training of psychic space marines and the safeguarding of the chapter's lore. Unless you're Black Templars, because you're suspicious of the psychers. If a space marine shows psychic aptitude during their recruitment, they are inducted into the Librarius. There, they hone their powers and learn to shield their minds against psychic attacks. In battle, they are able to unleash energy blasts, sense the enemy's movement, and predict the fortunes of battle. Alright, so you got the Chief Librarian, you got the Epistolary, you've got a Codicil, you've got a Lexicanum, and then you've got the Acolyte. Those are your levels of ranking They used to have it so that you could like pay extra points to upgrade your librarian. Essentially, they got just that little bit more mastery of the psychic powers in combat and that. But I don't know if they do that anymore. Something they're missing out on. And then, of course, we have got the data sheet. So, he has got the epic hero keyword, which means that you can only have one of him in your army. And you cannot give him any enhancements because he's already beefed out. This model is not usually part of your combat patrol, but you can use him instead of your captain and terminator armor in the combat patrol games if your opponent agrees. This data sheet also allows you to use him in wider games of Warhammer 40,000. So of course, his toughness 4, he's got a 3-up armor save and a 4+ invulnerable save, which is very handy. He's got 4 wounds, 6+ leadership, and then that's his objective control. But what we really want to look at is what's going on here. So of course he's got a bolt pistol, fine, does its stuff. But here he has got Storm of the Emperor's Wrath, which is Witchfire, which is a blast psychic attack. Does D6 attacks, hits on 2+, and can do 2 damage each. So that's a potential of 12 damage. Or you could do Focused Witchfire. So it's Blast, Hazardous, and Psychic. And it does 2d6. And the same goes along there. So potential to do 24 damage, which is very nice. But the hazardous bit means that if you roll ones, you end up taking a hit. So you've got to be careful. And then of course the melee weapon, Rod of Tigurius, which counts as a psychic attack. 5 attacks with that at strength 7 and 3's to hit. D3 damage, so potential of 15 damage there, which is lovely. And then this model can be attached to the following units, and it's pretty much everything that's not got wheels. So very good. And then he's got the Hood of Hellfire. So while this model is leading a unit, models in that unit have the Feel No Pain 4+ ability against psychic attacks and mortal wounds. So if their armor save isn't good enough, then you get a 4+ Feel No Pain, which is a nice little extra. And then Master of Presence. Prescience is how an illiterate would say it, but of course it's presence. So while this model is leading a unit, each time an attack targets that unit, subtract 1 from the hit roll. In addition, once per battle round, you can target that unit with one of the following stratagems for no command points. So you can use counter-offensive, fire overwatch, go to ground, heroic intervention. Nice. I'm not sure what counter-offensive does, but fire overwatch means basically you can shoot back. Go to ground, I believe, gives you like a +1 to your armor save, or -1 to be hit. And then heroic intervention means he gets a free charge at you, which is nice, right? So that is very nice because it means you can literally get a free go at a nice little countermeasure to really mess shit up. So there you go. Very nice. I cast Earthquake, flips table. Right, and then of course on the last page it's a little bit of how to take pictures of your nice stuff, because of course you want to take pictures and share. So the back, yep, you cut it out and you use it as your background, which I think is a pretty nice background to use. And then it says you don't have to use expensive camera equipment to shoot your models. You can get great results using a simple digital camera or your mobile device. I treated myself to an upgrade, actually. And I got a new case for it as well, which is pretty cool, because the case, it's got this slider that protects the camera lenses, of which it's got 3, because why not? And of course it's got this, so it's like a finger hook that you can rotate to whatever way you need it, and it acts as a stand as well, so you don't have to be holding it to watch stuff, which is really cool. But yeah, so I'm working my butt off. I'm going to treat myself to a new phone, and of course the wife absolutely destroyed the phone that I gave her, so she needed a replacement, so I was like, okay, you can have my old phone, I'll go get a new one, and here you go. It's a nice one. It's an Honor 200 Pro, I think, something like that. Doesn't matter, it's nice. There we go. Anyways, I'm looking forward to taking some pictures of the miniatures with the cameras on that. But yeah, get the correct angle, correct cropping, sharp focus. Now what they don't talk about is the more advanced bits of photography, compilation pics. And essentially what you would do, you see like it's saying like focus on the focal point, which is usually the face. Well, what you would do with a compilation picture is focus on as many points as you can and take a picture of each of those, right? And then you'd upload them to like Photoshop, and you'd change it depends what program you got. Some of them you'll have to manually line all the pictures up, so you'd change the transparency of them so that you can see slightly through, and overlap all of them. And then, but I think for like Adobe, you can get like the AI to sort of realign it all and merge it all for you to get that nice crisp, so that every detail is within focus, which is of course how they get these big pictures of armies where everything's in focus, where if you'd normally take a picture of it, you'd have to be standing quite far out in order to get that sort of picture, and you'd still lose detail away from the focus. So but yeah, I think that's a handy little bonus, and that's going to be very handy as well. So there we go. What do you think? Let me know in the comments and in the chat as well what you think of those 4 issues plus the bonus one. Lots of nice little bits of lore in there. I like the fact that they're continuing with the stories as well. So it'd be nice to put all those pages together and read it in one go. So it's something that I can do on my next lot of night shifts. Totally free and better than any other GIMP. I'll take your word for it. I'm looking forward to putting all these together as well. So yeah, it's an exciting time, because I'm getting stuff that I wouldn't normally go for, like with the previous part works, you know, like it was one faction and one faction, and then it started sprinkling some bits in with the premium kits, right? And that was cool. But now this way of doing it, and I suspect that they will be doing it with Age of Sigma when that cycle comes through, because they basically have a combat patrol Like they have their own version of Combat Patrol, right? So I see them doing the same thing with that. And yeah, it's a good opportunity to try different things, you know, see what works. And again, it's good if you got like a nice gaming group, or you've got friends that come over and they like to play, or if you're just interested in trying something new, and you can always pass them on, sell them on, gift them if you don't want them. And that's if you've gone for the subscription. If you're buying them individually, happy days, you get a little bit of what you need for your own faction. So it's alright, isn't it? I'm never clicking on a link that says that. Exactly. GNU image manipulator programmer. Get your mind out of the gutter. Yeah, what is GNU? What the heck is GNU? Or is the G silent? Is it new? I am not science, you know this. Oh dear. So yeah, we had a nice night. It was nice hanging out again, having a laugh, catching up on stuff, listening to me whine. I am Hammer. I am corner of the hobby. Don't clip that. GNU. Yeah, but what does GNU stand for? General Numpty Unit? I mean, I've thought of worse things to call you. Shareware is basically crowdsourced software. People update it and add to it, and it's shared freely because of that. It's not made by a corporation. It's made by individuals who like to be generous, or you know, anyone who wants. You could also get it where like they have adverts running on it, which is a bit of annoyance, but you know, that's a way of them making some sort of money back for their time put into it. But yeah, these are all fancy things that Bill is bringing to us. All these fancy names. I just call it free shit. It's also a name for wildebeest. Is it now? Is it really? I doubt it highly. By the way, random, I'm just going to pop that there for a minute. Because I'm padding for 3 minutes. While I find who we should go and raid. Because it is, of course, that time. Got a busy day tomorrow. I'm going to go see my gran. Who's doing a little bit better now. And of course, got lots to do at home as well. With sorting out the home. That's still in a bad, messy place. It's like this. You can either give Adobe 500 quid a year or get GIMP for free. And GIMP is better in my opinion. Yeah, but how do you know it's better if you haven't paid the £500 and given it a shot? Anyways, let's have a look and see who is live right now. I have not raided in a while, so oh, look at Jace putting up the no mid-roll ads. Ooh, fancy. Right. Let's raid retired 11B. It's been a while. So, like I said, if everything goes to plan, we will be live Monday night. And yeah, I hope to see you all. Big loves to all of you. And have a good night.